Welcome back, everyone, to another exciting episode of the Functional Longevity Podcast, where we give you insight on how to get fit, feel younger, live better. I'm your host, Chris Borda, best-selling author and owner of Y.E.S Fitness. And let me first thank you for taking time from your busy day to listen to what I have to say. And before I go any further, let me also thank our sponsor, Y.E.S Fitness. Most people lose the ability to enjoy life as they age. At Y.E.S Fitness, we help people age 40 plus get fit so they can live longer and enjoy those extra years doing the things they love to do. Now we got some quick housekeeping here. If you'd like to get a timestamp or a transcript of today's broadcast, head on over to yesfitnessct.com. Across the top, you'll see some drop downs. Hit the podcast button, and you'll have access to any one of our now 347 episodes. You can also get this broadcast wherever podcasts can be found. The Startling Edge Magnesium unlocks for a thriving body. I want to talk to you about something today that's deceptively simple and that could change the way you feel in your body. It's not a new workout. It's not some fringe therapy. It's magnesium. And it just might be the missing piece in your health puzzle. I had a client ask me about magnesium the other day, asked me to do a podcast on it and talk about it some. So I thought I would, because there are different magnesiums that do different things for your body, and want to make sure that you're taking the right one and that you're taking one that is actually trusted. So why magnesium matters more than you think. Magnesium is one of those quiet heroes in the body. You don't see it. You don't feel it working, but it's behind the scenes, keeping your energy steady, your heart rhythm calm, and your brain firing on all cylinders. It's involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions. It's pretty busy in the body. It does things like muscle and nerve function, regulating blood pressure, controlling blood sugar, supporting immune function, and even making DNA and protein. And if you're someone who works hard, trains hard, or just wants to age with strength and clarity, magnesium is a non-negotiable. But here's the problem. Most people are low. According to national data, nearly half of all Americans aren't getting enough magnesium from food. And when we review the foods that have a lot of magnesium, then you might see why, because not a lot of foods that a lot of people eat. And you add in some stress, alcohol, certain meds, and overtraining, and your level can tank fast. So what happens when you're deficient? What happens when it's in the tank? Low magnesium doesn't just mean a little tired. It can look like restless sleep or nighttime leg cramps, anxiety or irritability, muscle twitches or weakness, brain fog, high blood pressure, irregular heartbeat. Any of those sound familiar to you? And the caveat here also is poor women in midlife, already navigating changes in hormones, bone density, and sleep. Magnesium plays a critical role in managing those transitions with more grace and less struggle. Certainly, I understand your request. Here's a little food list that are high in magnesium, so you know what foods you want to make sure you have in your diet. So we have nuts and seeds. You got pumpkin seeds, almonds, cashew, chia seeds, sunflower seeds. I have sunflower seeds on my salad 5 days a week. I have chia seeds in my shake or with my breakfast every single day or on my salad. So I'm getting a little bit there. Legumes. You got black beans, edamame, lima beans, and chickpeas. I have black beans and chickpeas on my salad 5 days a week. You've got whole grains, which are quinoa, whole wheat bread, brown rice, and oats. The oats you want to have dry, the brown rice cooked, the quinoa cooked, but you can get some right from in here. I have oats probably 3-4 days a week. I always have some bread. and that stuff. So I get a little bit there myself personally. We got some leafy greens, spinach, which is in my shake every day, Swiss chard, and kale, which I put in my shake every day as well. You'd want to be cooking the spinach and the Swiss chard to get the magnesium out of at a maximum, and the kale you want to eat raw. So there's some fruits you can have. Avocados. I have a quarter of an avocado in my salad every day. Bananas and jackfruit are all some fruits you can have. And there's some other sources like dark chocolate. I like to have a little dark chocolate, some tofu, salmon, mackerel, yogurt, have very often. So in my diet, I get a little bit of magnesium. But as we talk about later, I do take a little magnesium supplement. Incorporating these foods into your diet can help increase your magnesium intake naturally. Many of these items are staples in the Mediterranean diet, which is one that I wholeheartedly support, which emphasizes whole grains, legumes, nuts, seeds, fruits, and vegetables. The DSHEA effect. Why you must be your own advocate. And I have been talking about supplements in a few podcasts recently. And always think about supplements as this, just what the word says, supplement. You want to be eating well. You want to get as much nutrients as you can out of your normal diet. But this is just like a little bit of a backup here. And this is something that people may not realize. The supplement industry isn't as tightly regulated as you might think. Back in 1994, Congress passed the Dietary Supplement Health and Education Act, or DSHEA. It was signed into law by President Bill Clinton and fundamentally changed how supplements are regulated in the U.S. So this is what it did. It classified dietary supplements as a category of food, not drugs. It allowed manufacturers to sell supplements without prior FDA approval, as long as they don't make specific disease treatment claims. It puts the burden of proof on the FDA to show a supplement is unsafe before it can be removed from the market. In other words, you, the consumer, become the first line of defense. This law wasn't designed to give people more access to natural health products. Well, it was designed for that, but it also opened the door for low quality, misleading, or even dangerous supplements to flood the market. And it sure did. We have some checks and balances there now, though. And that's why it's important to do your homework before choosing a magnesium supplement or any other supplement for that matter. Make sure you're taking some steps to make sure you're taking one that can be trusted. And we'll talk about that in a few minutes. Before that, can you take too much magnesium? And here's where you need to pump the brakes for a second. Magnesium from food sources, totally safe. Your body's smart. It'll absorb what it needs and excrete the rest. But supplementing magnesium can, especially in large doses, can cause some issues. We'll talk about things like loose stool. Yep, it's a laxative in many forms, nausea, low blood pressure, and in extreme cases, heart rhythm problems. Most healthy adults can safely supplement up to 350 milligrams of magnesium daily from non-food sources. This is according to the NIH. But the right dose really depends on your unique situation, your diet, medication, stress, and training load. That's why it's smart to start low and build up, and ideally with the guidance from your healthcare provider. So again, you want to always be talking to your healthcare provider before you start putting a supplement into your daily routine. And keep in mind that all magnesium supplements are not created equal. Now let's talk about quality, because this is huge. There are a dozen different types of magnesium on the market, and not all of them are absorbed well. The most common magnesium oxide is cheap and poorly absorbed. It's mostly used for constipation, not restoring true deficiency. If you want some real benefits, here's some things you want to look for. Magnesium glycinate, great for sleep and anxiety. I personally take some magnesium for sleep. It helps me sleep through the night. I can't really say I'm anxious. I don't have anxiety, but it does help me sleep through the night. There's magnesium citrate, decent absorption, mild laxative effect. We have magnesium malate, good for energy and muscle soreness. That's MALATE. And then we have magnesium threonate, THREONATE, which crosses the blood-brain barrier for brain health. So if you're looking for brain health, that would be the one that you'd want to be looking for. If you're looking for more energy and muscle soreness, maybe take a look at malate. If you, again, with sleep, you want to look at glycinate. So keep your eye out what you're taking. It's not all equal. And just as important as the form is the company behind it. The supplement industry isn't tightly regulated. Like I just mentioned, some products contain heavy metals, fillers, or don't actually contain what they claim on the label. So how do you know who to trust? Well, you can trust me because I'm doing my homework on this stuff. But if you're not trusting me, get out there yourself and make sure that it's third-party tested, like NSF certified or USP verified. Transparent labeling, no mystery blends. Companies that specialize in wellness, not gimmicks. A mission that aligns with real health, not just profits. I like the idea of a third-party testing. This way you know what is in the product. What they say is in the product is actually in the product. One of my go-tos, people always ask me, what do I take? I take nature-made, high-absorption magnesium glycinate. Nature's made high absorption magnesium glycinate is third-party tested and adheres to United States Pharmacopoeia USP standards, ensuring product quality and purity. It's a reputable option for magnesium supplementation, especially if you're looking for a form that is gentle on the stomach and well absorbed and improves sleep. As with many supplements, it's advisable to consult your healthcare provider to ensure it aligns with your individual health needs. I put the link to the one that I take in the show notes. If you'd like to just check it out, go right ahead. I've done my homework on it, and it does work well for me. I notice a difference when I take it and when I don't. So let's have some final thoughts here on this, okay? Let's wrap it all up for you. If you're feeling off a little bit, low energy, poor sleep, anxious, or just stuck, magnesium could be the startling edge your body needs to thrive again. Let's focus on food first. Use the Mediterranean diet as a blueprint. Supplement smart, not blindly. And do your homework before just putting any pill in your body. Of course, always talk to your healthcare provider. Your health deserves better than cheap shortcuts. And there is a ton of them out there. There's a ton of supplements out there. So do your homework. So thanks for listening today. If you ever have a topic you want me to talk about, certainly send it off to me, message me, call me, head on over to Y.E.S Fitness. If this episode gave you a little clarity or a big aha, please share it with someone you care about because it is important. Half of the people out there don't get enough magnesium in their diet. Want to think about someone who's especially navigating midlife, stress, or chronic fatigue. So let's help more people live better longer, right? One small shift at a time. Thanks for listening. Until next time, when I'll give you more information on how to get fit, feel younger, live better, have yourself